ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Framingham High School for tonight's matchup between your Framingham Flyers and the Walpole Timberwolves. Please join us in celebrating Pride Night throughout the night. Starting lineups first for the visiting Timberwolves. Now put your hands together and make some noise for your Framingham Flyers. Number 3, freshman Stephanie Regan. Number 21, sophomore Grace. Number 14, your junior captain, Allie. Number 11, your senior captain, Lee. And number 23, your senior captain,
Welcome inside Framingham High School between the visiting Walpole Timberwolves and the Framingham Flyers. I'm Andrew Reynolds alongside
Dave Hornfisher.
And we're here for the call of the game. It's going to be a big game here at Framingham High School. Two top teams in the state meeting in the Bay State Conference matchup. They meet once a year as they are on opposite divisions of the conference. Framingham Flyers only with one loss this season, with a 6-1 record on the other side. The Walpole Timberwolves, they are 4-3 at the tip-off. We have Allie, I think it's Steffi Regan for the Flyers, and for the Timberwolves, it is Bella Bingham, and the tip-off is won by the Flyers. Galvani, she has the ball. She sends it over to Grace Hanna. Hanna still dribbling outside. Back to Galvani now, outside to the corner to Regan. Steffi Regan, and it's going to be tipped off. She's going to get it out of bounds, and it's going to be Walpole ball. Inbounding it for the Timberwolves. It's stolen by Galvani. Great to have Galvani back. She was out for the past 2 games of the Holiday Hoopla Tournament last week. She was out for the Flyers' first loss of the year. And the Flyers definitely missed her. She's top point scorer on this team. Inbounding it to Hannah, outside to Galvani. She shoots from the corner from 3. She's got it.
There we go. Nothing like starting out with a 3.
Of course, Caroline Galvani, known for shooting 3s, gets the first points on the board for the Flyers. Now driving in for Walpole, and the lay-in by Bingham. She brings the Timberwolves within 1. Galvani now. Bounce pass to Edwards. Shot from just in front of the three-point line. Rebounded by Allie Regan. Steffi Regan, no good on the shot. Rebounded by the Walpole Timberwolves. And the last tipped out by the Flyers. It's going to be Walpole ball. Now Walpole with the ball now. Offgant sends it across, over. Sending it across the middle, unable to hold on to it was Esdale. Outside now. Adams sends it across, miscommunication with Offgant, and it's going to be a turnover for Walpole and Flyers ball.
Flyers' intense defense really makes a difference in many of these games.
Yes, definitely. Great defense gets wins, and they say defense wins championships, and the Flyers, they have a lot of younger talent that's going to possibly carry them far in this MIAA tournament. Shot from three-point, no good, off the mark, and Walpole with the rebound. Now over to Bingham. She shoots the layup and she gets it. And she's got 4 points of Walpole's 4 points now. Galvani looks for the three-point shot. She drives it in over to Grace Hannah on the pass. No good on the rebound, and it's gonna be Walpole ball. She takes it in herself, and Bella Bingham now with 6 points of Walpole's total 6 points now. Grace Hannah with the ball for the Flyers. Galvani shoots in a highly contested shot and kept in by Nina Edwards. Now Grace Hannah with the ball, still dribbling. Looks around, finds Edwards just outside the paint. She dribbles outside to Grace Hannah. Hannah to her right. No shot from there from Galvani. She bounce passes it, intended for Steffi Regan, but it's taken away by Walpole. Adams now, bounce pass inside. That's Bingham. She shoots it, and you bet it.
Bingham's been scoring 25 points a game sometimes, and you can see why already.
Yeah, she got one of her highest point games earlier this season. And it's another great shot there. And the Flyers able to tie it up. And Allie Regan,
and now
she gets in a turnover from Steffi Regan. And no good on the putback. And no good on the layup. Rebound by Walpole, unable to get on it. And Nina Edwards is there to clean it up. Grace Hannah now sends it over to Galvani. Galvani outside 3 points. Steffi Regan, she shoots from the three. No good off the front of the rim, and is rebounded by Grace Hannah. Over to Allie Regan. She sends it over to her sister Steffi Regan. Inside to Nina Edwards, unable to hold on to it, but Grace Hannah's there. Grace Hannah to her left. Caroline Galvani now. She looks around. Galvani takes it in with the layup, and it's no good. In and out. Grace Hannah with the rebound. She collects it herself. Gives it over to Regan, and it's going to be a Flyers ball on the baseline now. Flyers trail by 3 early. It's 8-5. It's 8-5 now. Walpole with the lead. Inbounding it to Regan. Hands it off to Galvani. She shoots from the corner. No good. Rebounded by Grace Hannah. Great collection. And Grace Hannah with the two-pointer off the rebound. Walpole on the ensuing play. And it's going to be not taken away. Walpole trying to create something there. Inside. It's good. Bella Bingham.
Walpole seems to have a big height advantage on the inside. They're dominating the offensive boards.
Yes, 100%. Bella Bingham has 10 of Walpole's 10 points.
Wow.
Not even halfway through this quarter, and we knew this was going to be a good game, but
that's a 40-point base.
This is
Keeps that up.
Yeah, on a pace to score at least 80 right now. You get.
That's right. I'm only half a quarter.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
that's Will Chamberlain-like.
Yeah. For this for the Flyers right now, Kristen Audette Ficarli, she's talking to her team right now, and she's definitely telling her team to watch number 20 Bella Bingham. 10 points right now for Walpole's 10 points. Although when you look at the foul count, Walpole does have a foul, and that was on Lauren Ofgant, the senior. But
well, Bingham's been a force inside. Most of her shots have been from within 6 feet.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when you look at Bella Bingham, she's only a sophomore, right?
Wow.
Yeah, and she's going to be here for possibly 2 more years after this season. And Walpole coming off of that Division II Final Four appearance last year. Obviously, they lost to Foxborough, who eventually would go on to win. But this is a huge game for the Flyers, and they've only lost 1 game this year, and the Flyers are going to come out. They're going to come out of that huddle right now. It doesn't look like they're going to come out with any changes as of right now.
Looks like
no
the
changes.
same 5. Yeah.
Yeah, starting the same 5. And
the
it was
3 co-captains and the freshman.
Yeah,
it's impressive to see another Regan in the lineup.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome to see another Regan in this lineup. Last year,
her sister was a 1,000-point scorer.
1,000-point scorer. She's up in the rafters right now. Now back on the floor right now. Steffi Regan unable to get it. Nina Edwards with the rebound. No good. Grace Hannah now. She collects it. And it's going to be last tipped off by the Walpole defender now. Grace Hannah fakes it now to Galvani. Sends it a high pass over to Allie Regan. Sends it all the way across. Driving in now. Steffi Regan pass to Grace Hannah. And
beautiful
she
passing.
banks
Beautiful
it
passing.
in.
They earned that one.
Absolute beautiful pass. Grace Hannah, only a sophomore this year, already having great games this year. 16 rebounds at one point this season in a game. She's been
She had a big game against Newton North, I know.
She did. Huge game against Newton North. Shot from three-point range, no good, off the mark. Mulgrew unable to get on that one. And the Flyers capitalize, only down by one now. Hannah sends it over to Galvani, fakes the three-point shot. Inside over to Hannah, to Steffi Regan. A lot of passing for the Flyers, and it's going to be taken away by Walpole. Now driving in is Adams. Adams with the layup and one. Nina Edwards on the shot, or on the foul on the shot. And Isabel Adams is going to go to the line for an extra shot. And some subs are going to come in for Walpole. And it's a good start for them.
Abby McMahon, number 13.
And Adams is going to shoot the first of 1-3 free throw, and she gets it. 3 points.
First points by somebody not named Bingham.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's good to see that there's somebody on the score sheet, especially if you're head coach Dave Wall of the Walpole. Yeah, right. You know, you want to make sure you see somebody other than Bella Bingham on that score sheet. And driving into the lane was Steffi Regan, and she's going to get fouled. She's going to go to the line for two off the shooting foul. And a chance to bring this deficit within two. But you got to make both free throws here. Steffi Regan with shot number one. It is up and it is no good, just right off of the mark. And she'll get one more chance at the line. And she makes the second shot. And Steffi Regan, she's got 3 points, and on the right off the bat, Bingham passes it over across, and it's going to be deflected out of bounds by Galvani. Great defensive play by there. 2:36 remaining in this first quarter. Sends it over outside now. With the ball is Adams. She sends it across over. It was McMahon. McMahon with the ball now. Bounce pass across. Unable to get to it in time was Allie Regan. And the shot by Walpole, no good. And it's going to be last touched by Walpole and out of bounds. Sorry, last touched by the Flyers and out of bounds. Walpole ball. Adams now. Carter sends it across over to McMahon, unable to get the rebound, and it's collected by Allie Regan. And it's going to go to Galvani. Galvani bounce pass over to Steffi Regan. Sends it inside the paint to Nina Edwards. No foul on the play. She was contacted on the shot and on the other way.
The refs are letting a lot go, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a very
physical game so far.
Very physical game.
Especially under the basket, yeah.
Yeah, and Nina Edwards is going to get her second foul as Walpole's going to go to the line for two off of the shooting foul. At the line now. Shot number one, no good. No good for Abby McMahon. Only the sophomore. A lot of young talent on this team for Walpole. She's unable to make both and rebounded by Allie Regan. She sends it over to Galvani. Galvani now looks to her right. Grace Hanna bounce pass over to Steffi Regan. Steffi Regan looks around, finds Galvani across the court. Galvani drives in, bounce pass to Allie Regan, unable to get it. And a great rebound by Steffi Regan. She takes it away. Grace Hanna on the rebound. Grace Hanna looking for the layup, no good. And an over the back foul on, or it's going to be on Framingham. Over the back foul, I believe.
3.
Yeah. And it's going to be a Walpole ball.
Yeah.
13-10 still, 1:33 to go. We knew it was going to be a good game, and we expected nothing less. as Walpole leads by 3 with just 1:20 remaining in this first quarter. Adams now with the ball, sends it to her right. Shot from 3, no good. And the rebound by the Flyers is able to take it. Allie Regan, she drives it up. Galvani just mishandles it, still able to collect it. Grace Hanna now with the ball. Hanna guarded heavily by this Walpole defense. Shot from the 3, no good, off the mark. Kept in bounds by Framingham. That was a great shot by Rabinovitz. She gets it. Rabinovitz.
1 point game.
And it's a 1-point game. She cuts the lead she cuts the deficit within 1 now. Outside over. Walpole now with the ball. Inside the paint. Looking for something and taken away by Allie Regan. Allie Regan with the layup. And it's good. Framingham takes the lead. Allie Regan.
Final 30 seconds.
Final 30 seconds now. With the ball, shot, with the teardrop, no good. Rebounded by, it was a toss-up, and it's gonna be a foul by Walpole. Framingham's gonna get the ball. Shot clock is off, 21.8 seconds to go. 3 fouls apiece on each side. And Grace Hanna with the ball now. Grace Hanna to Galvani. Galvani still got time. 10 seconds to go. Grace Hanna moving the ball around the Flyers. Giving it to Galvani. She fakes it. Shot from mid-range. No good. Rebounded by Framingham. Framingham sends it outside with 1 second to go. The prayer. No good. And the Hail Mary shot by Walpole. No good. And the Flyers, they just took the last second lead when they lead by 1 point, 14-13, as we come to the end of the first quarter. Now, Dave, what do you think of the way that the Flyers are playing right now?
Well, Walpole sat on 13 for quite a while. The Framingham defense seemed to tighten up as the game went on, and they seemed to be able to control number 20 Bingham a little better than they did in the beginning. She wasn't quite getting as many offensive rebounds and spacing inside. But this is an intense game. This is everything it was promised to be.
Yeah, I mean, right out of the huddle, right? We looked at Isabel Adams. She got the 2-point and 1 shot, right. And ever since that timeout at 4 minutes, Bingham was unable to get any points, and the Flyers were able to contain her to prevent that scoring. So,
Galvani got their first 3 for the Flyers, but then hasn't hit one since.
Yeah, the Flyers, they started the game with the lead, and they ended the quarter with the lead, but they didn't lead the majority of that quarter. No. What do the Flyers need to do in order, obviously, besides that Bella Bingham? I mean, I think that Bella Bingham obviously is the one person to cover for
they've only played 6 players so far, and they're going to have to keep up the intense defense. So I think this could be a game of attrition. They've got to stay out of foul trouble.
100%.
Is there anyone with 2 fouls?
I don't. Just Nina Edwards for the Framingham.
That could be an issue.
Yeah, and Nina Edwards is a really great player for this Framingham team.
She is. She's a strength inside.
Yeah, one of those senior captains for the Flyers. As we return to action here at Framingham High, 8 to go in the first half, and Walpole's going to start the quarter off with the ball in the inbound. With the ball now is Isabel Adams. Adams being guarded by Allie Regan. Fakes it inside pass. Now in the paint now is Bingham. Bingham back in the game. She rebounded by Walpole. It's good. Caitlin Boisvert, the senior captain for Walpole. She gets 2 points now. Rabinovitz, the pass to Rabinovitz is going to be tipped away. Some confusion on the court. Not really sure what's going on here, but I think they're going to get – I think Framingham might have called a timeout. Yeah, Framingham, I think, called a timeout here, and they were –
Stephanie Regan dashes toward the locker room.
Oh.
She was moving quickly. I don't know whether there was some other issue. But
yeah, no, she's a huge part of this team. Only a freshman, Steffi Regan.
She's tall, too. She's a big inside presence here at 5'10".
Yeah, that whole Regan family has been a really great part of this Framingham successes over the past few years. Yeah. Framingham in 2022 made it to the MIA tournament for the first time in a really long time. They made it
being rated 6th in the state.
Yeah, I mean in 22 they were 15 last year. They were number 7, I believe, number 7 or 6. Yeah. They beat Quincy, and then they lost to they lost to Winchester at home. The year before, in 22, when they made it to the playoffs in one of their first years in a very long time, they beat Natick in that first year in the first round at home. obviously a huge rivalry game.
Yeah.
And then they traveled to Andover, where the eventual champs were of the state championship that year. Andover winning back-to-back
They've come a long way from Coach K's first couple of years here when they were lucky to win 1 or 2 games.
Yeah, and it's been the turnaround for this Framingham team has been incredible, and it's all because of the coaching as well as this talent here in Framingham. And the ball tipped away by Walpole, and driving in is Isabel Adams. She gets the lay, and she's got 5 points on the night. And Walpole retakes that lead now. Still, now they're up by 3. Hannah with the ball out, gives it to Galvani, to Rabinovitz. No good on the 3-point shot from the corner, and rebounded by Framingham. Allie Regan with the layup. No good. Rabinovitz able to get the rebound. No good on the shot. And Boisvert gets the rebound, sends it over to Offgant. Now with the ball, Walpole able to get the rebound there. Wide open inside the paint, and uncontested until towards the end was Caitlin Boisvert. And she's got now 4 points on the night. Framingham still with no points this quarter, while Walpole, they came out right away with 6. Nina Edwards to Galvani. Looks for the 3, doesn't go for it. And Rabinovitz is not going to touch the ball, as she thinks it was last touched by a Walpole defender. And it's going to be white ball. So Framingham in the white and Walpole in blue, as Grace Hanna is going to come out for Steffi Regan. Regan now with the ball, sends it over to Allie Regan. Back over to Steffi Regan. Blocked pass by Adams for Walpole. And Walpole on the other end of the court. Now Walpole still with the ball. Steffi Regan's going to get called for a foul now. And that's her second foul. A lot of these top players for Framingham getting caught in foul trouble early in this game. Still only the second quarter, but got to worry about how many fouls they're taking. With the ball now, Bingham. Bingham being guarded by Galvani. Bingham with the shot with the right hand, and it's good. Bingham.
Inside presence again.
Yeah, Bingham now with 12. And taken away by Walpole. Bingham. She drives in the lane. No good, a little too much on there. And Allie Regan able to get the rebound. Allie Regan sends it over to the corner, just inside 3-point. No good on the shot. And Walpole with the rebound. Holding back now. That was Adams. Sends it over, intended for Boisvert. Framingham back with the ball. Galvani taking it up the court. She looks around.
Almost scoreless in the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, still scoreless now. Rabinovitz able to keep it in, but right to the Walpole defender, or right to the right in the hands of Walpole, and unable to get it on the turnover drive. Now was Walpole, and now with the ball again. Oh, and it's going to get fouled from behind. And Isabel Adams is going to get called for the foul.
Non-shooting foul.
Now Galvani sends it over to Allie Regan. Regan now sends it over. Nope, does not look. Works for Rabinovitz. She sends it over. Rabinovitz. Bounce pass over to Galvani. Galvani now dribbles in her right. Back to her left. Bounce pass over. Galvani. She shoots from 3. It's going to be off just a tiny bit, and it goes off the rim. Now over to. And Walpole able to get it. Bingham with another 2 points. She's got 14.
I think the Flyers need a timeout.
Yeah, I think that head coach Ficarli might call a timeout very soon, as the Flyers are now down by 9. They've given up 11 straight points. And it's going to be poked away from behind. And some Flyers are going to get some subs. Rabinovitz is going to come out, and Grace Ann is going to sub back in. Flyers now out with their starting 5. Regan. Allie Regan with the ball. She sends it to Grace Hanna just outside 3 range. Allie Regan with the ball now. Layup. No good, in and out. Just barely misses the shot. And Walpole's going to come up the other side of the court now. Bingham, she passes it over now with the ball. Offgant. Over to Duran. Duran now. Bounce pass over. Still moving the ball around. Duran, bounce pass inside, and it's good. Boisvert, she's got now 6 points. Still no points for this quarter for the Flyers as they
big
trail.
Inside force.
Yeah, as they trail now by 11. Grace Hanna sends it to Galvani. Grace Hanna fakes the shot, drives into the paint, no good. Tries to collect her own rebound, unable to. Walpole on the other way now. Shot from Bingham. That's a beautiful shot by Bingham. She's got 16 now. 16 of Walpole's 27, and timeout is finally called by Framingham.
Flyers are scoreless in the second period.
Yeah, they've got to figure out a way. This,
they really haven't had an uncontested shot. The Walpole defense has been intense.
Whenever they call timeout, they're able to kind of come out of that timeout and able to turn their game around.
Yeah, I thought she waited a little long before she called that timeout.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, we got a 13-point lead all of a sudden.
Yeah, at the end of the day now, we have 3:37 to go in this second quarter, and you also have 3 minutes and 37 seconds until you get into that second half. And you get
kind of a reverse of some of the Framingham games I've seen. Usually Framingham is the defending team that's stealing the ball, getting fast breaks.
Yeah.
And that's not happening tonight. All their shots are very heavily contested.
Yeah.
And they haven't had any. They only had 1 or 2 easy-looking shots, and those have gone in and out a couple times.
Yeah. I mean,
they haven't been lucky.
Yeah, when Framingham played Shrewsbury last week in the first round of the Hoopla tournament, they lost 54-43. And when you notice that Shrewsbury they started the game off 9-0, and when Framingham plays from behind, they're not used to it. Yeah. So when Framingham plays from behind, they're unable to really kind of get back in it's hard for them to come back. But at this point now, you got to get back into this game and you got to crawl back in.
Allie Regan and Galvani both are tall for guards, and their height usually gets some steals. But that's not happening tonight.
Yeah, 100%. And at this point now, you have that starting lineup now, or starting 5 in for the Flyers right now. Galvani's going to start off with the ball, and this is going to be this is going to be right off the rip. Really good way to come out of this timeout. Grace Hanna now with the ball for the Flyers. Bounce pass across over to Allie Regan. Back to Allie Regan with the layup, and she gets it.
That's what they needed.
Yeah, they needed that one. Allie Regan now.
A little streak going here.
Allie Regan now, the junior captain. 4 points on the night.
Basketball is a game of runs, and we need one right here.
Yeah, it's also about point differentials.
A good turnover.
Has a great turnover here. Across to inside. Right. Allie Regan, the junior captain, turning the tide now. Momentum in Framingham's side, as Framingham now only trails by 9 after trailing by 13 going into the timeout, almost taken away by Galvani. Bounce pass inside, and it's going to be taken away. Framingham's going to create a turnover as the ball goes out of bounds.
That's more like the Flyers defense that I've seen.
Yes,
they were anticipating some passes there and getting their hands on the ball before. Before it seemed like they were just letting Walpole dictate the game.
Yeah, and
the intensity just has gone up in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And 3 turnovers and 4 points are the difference.
Yeah, Dave Wall's going to call a timeout for the Walpole Timberwolves off of the Framingham two straight baskets off runs, and then you get you also have that turnover there by Walpole. So it's a good timeout by Coach Wall to try and regroup his team now. But Framingham's going to get the ball now to start right out of this timeout, and I think they're going to try to give it over. Bella Bingham has been a huge part of this Walpole team. She's already got 16 points now.
My goodness. Yeah.
Has over a third of it, and there's only the other points of the other 11 points.
Almost outscoring Framingham.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She's nearly outscoring Framingham right now. 16 points in comparison to Framingham's 16
points. Allie Regan's
got,
5 for the Flyers?
Yeah, Allie Regan's got 6 for the Flyers. Okay. She's got 3 layups. Yeah, she's got 3 baskets from 3 2-pointers, and now her sister Steffi Regan is going to try and get this ball, kind of turn the tide now for the Flyers. Nick Galvani now. Galvani sends it inside the paint to Hanna. Hanna drives in with the layup. She's got it.
A lefty, a good shot.
Yeah, a great left-hand hook from Grace Hanna. She's got 6. And the Flyers now only trail by 7. Walpole's 7-point lead now, trying to get the momentum back. With the ball now for Walpole. Shot from the mid-range. It's good by Bella Bingham.
Who else?
Yeah, exactly, for Walpole. Bella Bingham with 18 now. 18 in the first half. Shot from the corner from Steffi Regan, no good. Rebound, Walpole. And it's actually going to be collected by Grace Hanna out of nowhere. And it's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to be Framingham ball.
Oh, possession arrow, was there? I don't see the sign for the possession arrow.
Yeah. But there's going to be some subs for the Flyers as Bree Diaz is going to sub in for Caroline Galvani for the Flyers. And the inbound for the Flyers now. Regan, she's going to send it to her to Grace Hanna. Shot from the corner. Way too much on the shot. Rebounded by Bingham. Who else? That's the name we've been saying all night for Walpole. Bingham, of course, like we've said, I don't know if you guys were here. If you're just tuning in, only a sophomore, Bella Bingham leads the Walpole team with 18 points, just 2 less than the total of Framingham's total points thus far. And the Flyers, they trail Walpole 29-20. With the ball now is Adams. Adams, she sends it over to Off-Gant. Over to Esdale. Back over to Adams. Adams spins around. Send passing over to Bingham. Bingham to the corner. To Off-Gant. Off-Gant is not able to get the shot off. Rebounded by Bree Diaz. Grace Hanna taking up for the Flyers. Trying to get something going. Flyers trail by 9. Sends it across to Hanna. Hanna looks to her right. She's going to find Steffi Regan. She shoots it. Going to go off. Allie Regan with the rebound. Sends it over to Hanna. Hanna jumps pass over to Steffi Regan. Regan throws it up in the air and is going to get called for a travel. And it's going to be a turnover for Walpole ball with just 51 seconds remaining. And some subs are going to come out. There are some subs on for Walpole as Adams takes the ball up the court for the Timberwolves. Dishing it to her right now. To the, just outside the paint, rebounded by Bree Diaz. Hanna looking around up court. Bounce pass intended for Regan, and it's not going to go to Regan as a takeaway by Walpole. And we resume action now. Isabel Adams with the ball. Sends it over to Off-Gant, over to Adams. Adams, she's going to give it back to Off-Gant. Sends it across court inside. Inside the paint is Bingham unable to get on the shot. Rebounded by Grace Hanna 5 seconds to go in the court in the half to Diaz. Diaz with the ball, trying to give it over. Shot from Regan, no good. And at the end of the first half, the Flyers with 20, Walpole 29. As that is going to do it for this first half of action. And we're going to go to a break. But before we do that, what do the Flyers and the Walpole Timberwolves need to do going into this break now?
Well, Flyers haven't been able to shoot up from outside. The collapsing zone of the Timberwolves has shut down the inside game, and the Flyers have missed all their three-pointers. I think the first one they made, they haven't made one since. And if they're going to beat that inside game, they're going to have to start making some threes.
Yeah, and they also got to make sure whenever free throws are huge as well. You know, if you draw fouls, you get some of those extra points potentially on the free throws. If you draw fouls on the shot. So that's what both teams need to do going into this second half. And we'll return right here on FEC TV right after this break. All right, we are back here at Framingham High School as the second half of action is just about to go underway. As the Walpole Timberwolves, they lead the Framingham Flyers 29-20, and there's 16 minutes to go in regulation here at Framingham High School. Two top teams in the country for girls basketball at the high school level is among us, and as we come into the first few seconds tick off the clock, it is now Walpole ball. With the ball now is Adams. Adams gets the ball taken away. Galvani now up the court, loses the ball, and it's going to be a turnover. Oh no, it's not going to be a turnover. It's last touch by Walpole, and it's going to be Framingham ball. With the ball now, Galvani inbounds it outside to Allie Regan. Shot from the three, no good, and it's taken away by Bella Bingham. She gets another rebound. Yeah. All right, and shot from Bingham off foot, and she gets it. What a shot from Bella Bingham, and she's at the 20-point mark now. She has the same amount of points as the Framingham does right now. Grace Hanna sends it over to Regan. She shoots from the corner from three, no good. Rebound Framingham now. Steffi Regan over to Galvani. Galvani inside to Steffi Regan. Too much on the shot, and it's going to be last touched by a Framingham Flyer, and it's going to be Walpole ball under the baseline. Lauren Offgant now sends it to the corner. Isabel Adams is dribbling around. Galvani on the coverage. Sends it across over to Walpole from the shot from three, no good. Rebound by Bingham, and she gets it. Bella Bingham with 22 points and a chance for an extra for 23 as she gets the N1. Yeah, Bella Bingham is very hard to stop now for Framingham.
She's such an inside presence.
She is very
She's
much
not that
so.
tall either.
No, she really has just destroyed this Flyers defense, scoring more points than Framingham has this entire game. And off the missed free throw shot, it's going to be rebounded and put in the basket by number 14, Mia Esdale, the senior for Walpole. Grace Hanna with the ball. Grace Hanna, bounce pass over to Galvani. Galvani to Hanna. Hanna drives into the lane with her left hand, no good. Rebound, Nina Edwards, no good on the shot. And a foul is going to be called on Grace Hanna.
The Walpole defense has just been intense. I mean, you don't see Nina Edwards miss too many shots inside. And
yeah, 100%, 100%. I mean, this Walpole defense is incredible, and you also have on the offensive side, they've really put up a lot of numbers on this Framingham defense now. Shot, no good. Galvani on the rebound. On the just close to her was one of the Walpole defenders, and a foul is going to be called. And it's going to be Framingham ball off the foul. Galvani is going to inbound this one for the Flyers. And a stoppage in play before the inbound. And they're going to get another chance on the inbound here. And Grace Hanna now with the ball outside. She sends it over to Galvani. Galvani over to Regan. Regan to Galvani. Looks around, trying to find something here. Sends it inside, tries to go inside the corner, but it's taken away by Walpole. Bounce pass over with the shot, no good. Rebounded by Walpole, unable to get on top of it. Nina Edwards is going to be the last person to touch the ball for the Flyers. And Walpole's going to get the ball back. 5:17 to go. And with the ball, Bingham. Shot from the three from Walpole. No good, off the marks. Rebounded by Grace Hanna. Hanna now sends it up the court to Regan. Regan, bounce pass over to Steffi Regan. Shot from Regan, no good. Too much on the shot. Rebounded by Adams. Looking for something there. Great try to look inside for Walpole. And a foul is going to be, it's going to be a foul on Walpole. And Framingham with the ball now. Galvani looking up the court now. She looks to her right. She finds Allie Regan, connects. Grace Hanna to Galvani. Inside to Regan. Back to Galvani. Galvani fakes the three. She shoots it. No good. Rebounded by Steffi Regan. It's going to get called on the putback. And it's going to be a 2-point shot chance. She's going to go to the line for two. Steffi Regan.
Another long dry spell for the Flyers. Almost 4 minutes again.
Yeah.
And these runs by Walpole are just killing the Flyers. Intense defense is just never getting an easy shot, it seems.
Yeah, this defense is
hand in the face all the time.
Is looking really good for this Framingham team. She misses the first shot at the free throw line. And the second shot is up, and it is good. So she's got 4 points. Framingham now trails by 14, looking to crawl back into this game. Very similar to this game against Shrewsbury just last week in the semifinals of the Holiday Hoopla Tournament, except Framingham has every single player on the court. And the shot, and the layup from Bella Bingham. She's got it. She's now got 24 points in this game. 3 more points than Framingham has gotten all game, and we are only in the third quarter. Bounce pass taken away by Walpole. Able to get on top of it. When Walpole taking it up the court now to Offgant. Offgant now. Bounce pass over to Adams. Adams drives in with the left, spins around, shot with the left hand, no good. Regan gets it, blocked away. Walpole back with the ball now. Walpole shot taken, blocked from behind, and a foul.
Once again, intense pressure defense by the Timberwolves. They're doing to the Flyers tonight what the Flyers usually do to other people.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Just tearing up there, tearing up on both sides of the ball. Walpole's really, really strong team. Framingham only plays Walpole once this year, just due to the way the Bay State Conference is set up. 2 different divisions. But they get to see, teams like Natick and Newton North, as well as Brookline and Wellesley twice a year. And those are some of the weaker teams in the Bay State. And a shot, no good. And the rebound by Steffi Regan. It's good. Steffi Regan now with 6 points rather. And it's blocked. Great block there by Steffi Regan. And it's going to be Framingham ball.
It's their 4th foul.
And Walpole now has 4 fouls and a timeout now
Is
called.
that when we start the shoot is after 4?
Say that again?
After 4 fouls, are they shooting fouls then?
I don't think so. I think there was at one point, there was at 1.5 in a few games ago. I'm not 100% sure on that rule if they get into the bonus. But we'll have to figure, I think depending on how many more fouls Walpole takes, so I think we'll figure that. We'll definitely figure that out.
The Flyers are down 14 though.
They're down by 14.
They really got to get this under 10 by the end of this quarter.
Yeah, I definitely agree. They were able to do that in that first quarter where, they were down by a fair
13
amount.
And they had that 4 to 6 point run.
Yeah.
Basketball is a game of runs. I know the Framingham State girls, when I've talked to them, they always say that there's just kind of a psychology that takes over and a momentum kind of takes into place. And,
yeah, 100%. And yeah, I mean Framingham really they have to lock up on defense, and I think that some of the people that they have to lock up is, at this point you got to play man. I think some sort of a man defense might be.
Well, they're still holding Walpole to 37 points. It's not like it's a runaway, but
no, not at all.
But the Flyers have just not been able to make a 3. They made Galvani made her first one. I think that's the only one.
Yeah,
and they've had a lot of them that have missed by a lot, and it's really very intense defense by Walpole. Their hands are in faces all the time.
Yeah.
Threes are hard when you don't square up.
Yeah, 100%.
And,
and we're back here. Grace Hanna, she gives it over to Galvani now. Framingham looking to crawl back into this game, down by 14. Galvani looks to her left. She finds Grace Hanna. Back over. No, not back over to Galvani now. Galvani. Jump pass over to Hanna. Guarded by 4 Walpole players. Galvani. Bounce pass to Nina Edwards. No good. She looks for the rebound herself. She tries to put it back up. No good. Grace Hanna. And Grace Hanna goes head to head with
great
senior captain Taylor.
Yeah, to tie that play up.
Yeah, and it's going to be a jump ball, Framingham. And Grace Hanna going to inbound it for Framingham. Galvani dribbles it up, gives it to Allie Regan. Back over to Allie Regan. She shoots from the corner. Too much on the shot. Unable to get the rebound was Grace Hanna to Galvani. She shoots from 3. No good, off the marks. And it's going to be Walpole ball. Yeah, I think that Framingham, I think that they got to go for the layup there. I mean, Walpole
needed to shoot threes, but the defense from Walpole just taking the 3 away from them.
Yeah, exactly. Pass outside, over to shot from 3, and she's got it. Emily Mulgrew, the freshman for Walpole, drains it from 3. One of the only freshmen on this team for the Timberwolves. Bounce pass to Galvani. Galvani over to Steffi Regan, inside to Hanna. She goes for the shot and is going to get called for a travel. Takes too many steps inside the paint now. Framingham on the verge of going down 20, 40-23 with 1:53 to go. Driving in was Walpole, and no good on the shot. Nina Edwards with the rebound for Framingham. Galvani sends it across to Grace Hanna. Hanna bounces it over to Galvani. Galvani looks for the 3, doesn't end up going for it. Shot from mid-range is Nina Edwards unable to get on top of that. Now with the ball now, Bingham. No travel. And she is gonna get now called for the travel.
The 3rd time he called it.
Yeah, and there we go. And Framingham back with the ball now. As Isabel Adams is gonna sub out for Walpole. And now Flyers back with the ball. They got 1:17 to go now in this 3rd quarter. And they've got another 8 minutes to go to try and get back into this game. Now inside to the paint. Grace Hanna with the layup, and it's good. Grace Hanna, she's got another 2 to add to her point resume of the game. No shot there from Walpole. Inside the paint, over to Flyers, and it's going to get another rebound by the Timberwolves. Showing some clock now. Inside the paint, it was Caitlin Boisvert. She doesn't end up getting it. Flyers now on the other end. Caroline Galvani. Galvani bounce pass to Edwards. She's going to get fouled, and it's going to go to the line for 2. Believe she'll go to the line for 2. Yes, she will. She went for the shooting foul. She's got 2 shots now. Flyers somewhat on a run here. Don't want to be an announcer's jinx and prevent that run, but
run anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Edwards, Galvani and Edwards have really been neutralized by them.
Yeah, Nina Edwards. Nina Edwards able to make that first shot. She's gonna go to the line for another shot here.
Yeah.
Nina Edwards for the 2nd shot. It's up, and it is good. She makes them both. The senior captain gets her first 2 points of the game.
Okay, we need a turnover here and a score.
Yeah. Flyers need a turnover here. They got 20 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Walpole probably going to get the last points unless if they shoot before the mark here. Outside, shot from blocked by Framingham. Rabinovitz gets a tip on it, and the shot Shot from three, no good. Rebounded. 2 seconds to go. Regan from half court. No good on the shot.
Got the board anyway.
And she got the board, unable to get it into the basket. And after three, Framingham only down by 13, kind of getting a run back here.
Well, the third period was kind of a continuation of what's gone on all night with the pressure defense of the Timberwolves just being too much for the Flyers. It's been rather surprising to see the way that they have really shut down a lot of the better players on the Flyers.
Yeah, and we knew coming into this game, Walpole was not somebody to mess with if you're Framingham. And on Walpole on the other side, they knew Framingham was a great team.
Last year?
Yeah, I'll have to double check on that. But I mean, these two teams, they go head. They're always neck and neck every single time.
It was intense in the beginning, and then they had that run in the second period.
Yeah, exactly.
And coming out in the third period, I was hopeful the Flyers might turn that around a little bit, but we're still down 13 and only 8 minutes to go.
Yeah, and you know, Framingham, they continually, every single time they play this Walpole team, they give them a good fight. As I tried to look for last year's game they played.
I thought I heard from the coach that they beat them, but
And still a timeout here, and it is 8 minutes to go with the last quarter of action now. Framingham looking to crawl back into this game as they continue to trail this Walpole team by 13.
Well, we need a 6 or 7 point run here right off the start.
Yeah, and you got to look on your two leaders on this team, or three leaders rather.
Right.
You have Galvani, Regan, and Nina Edwards.
Yeah, Galvani's had a tough night shooting, and even Edwards inside. Usually when she gets the ball inside, it's 2 points, and that just hasn't happened tonight.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, Framingham, they try to crawl back into this game. It's going to be huge. With the ball now, off Gant over two. Again, a shot from the paint, blocked by Nina Edwards, but she's going to still get called with the contact. Now, at the line for Walpole is number 22, Isabel Adams. She's going to shoot number one. It's good. And she's got now 6 points. And number two is good. And she's got now a total of 7 points. Regan with the ball now to Galvani. Galvani over to Regan. Rabinovitz sends it back over, just gets it tipped away, and tipped away again by Framingham. Regan to Steffi Regan. On the hook shot is good. Steffi Regan, rather. She gets 2 points again. And Framingham trying to crawl back into this one, trailing by 13. And with the Euro step, and it's no good. Goes around the rim, but no basket. And a foul is going to be called, I believe, on Walpole. Yep, and some contact there.
3 here and cut it down to 10.
Yes.
Is that asking too much tonight?
Yeah. Now Framingham taking up the court, Galvani. Galvani still up top of the court by the logo. Galvani sends it, tries to look inside to Regan, unable to find her, is taken away. And bounce pass inside the paint, no good. Too little on the shot there. Regan able to get back into it. And take it away off the rebound by Walpole. Last year, Framingham and Walpole, they played each other. Walpole got the best of them, 62-49. Could kind of find a similar instance here as Framingham trails by 13, now 15. As the shot goes in, and it's going to be Bingham again. And a kick ball is going to be called, and subs are going to come in. Rabinovitz is going to sub out as Grace Hanna comes back in.
The field goal kicker on this team, too, with that kick.
That was a good boot. That was a good boot. (44-29), still the score. here at Framingham High School. 6:20 to go. Galvani bounce pass inside to Regan. She gets it. Allie Regan with some more points now. Regan guarding the top scorer for the Walpole Timberwolves, and Bingham able to come to the line again. She's going to shoot at the line for 2. She's got 26 points now. And we knew Bingham coming into this game was a player to watch, and she has delivered. Almost about to hit her career high point mark entering this quarter. And the number 2, no good off the mark. Rebounded and last tipped off of Framingham. And Bingham, when Walpole and Weymouth played in the first game of the year, Walpole beat Weymouth 65-57, and Bingham got her career high of 27 points. Can she break it tonight? And she's able to do so. She just gets 2 more points to add on to her total of 29 points on the game. Grace Hanna now with the ball poked away. And a jump ball is called, and Framingham is going to retain possession of the ball.
One certainly can't take away the fight that Grace Hanna has shown tonight. She's
No.
really impressed me with her dogged efforts to fight these Walpole players and go for loose balls. And
yeah, and both sides of the court, you can look at both sides of the court have really put in a lot of time and effort. Of course, Walpole really showing a lot of that effort as Walpole leads by a significant amount. Steffi Regan, she shoots it. No good on the shot. Rebounded by Caroline Duran. Now with the ball. Walpole still with the ball now. Off Gant over to Adams. Adams driving inside, and a foul is called on Framingham. And it's going to be on number 14, Allie Regan of Framingham. Grace Hanna, the point leader for Framingham right now. The sophomore. Boisvert over to Offgant. Offgant still with the ball now. Dishes it over to Boisvert. Inside the paint to Bingham. And she's got now 31 points, matching Framingham's total point total this game. Grace Hanna. It's tipped
that's
off
the theme all night of Bingham versus Framingham, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Bingham's putting on a show here at Framingham High School. Wonder if there's any college scouts in the audience tonight. Because if I'm a college team, I definitely would be looking at a shot. Layup, no good. Off the marks, rebounded by Steffi Regan. And Walpole able to get the ball now. And bare hand pass over to Walpole, unable to get onto it. Allie Regan unable to hold on to the ball and taken away by Walpole. Caroline Duran passes it over to Adams. Adams dribbles around, 4:20 to go. Passing it over, looking around still. Walpole over to Adams. Adams with the ball now. Guarded by Diaz of Framingham. Adams dribbles in her left and is going to get
Fly her down.
and an injury on the court. Diaz goes down.
Diaz.
And a foul is called on Bella Bingham, and she's going to come out. 4 fouls for Bella Bingham this game. Flyers with a chance to come back now. We're at the halfway point of this quarter.
Seems like every time the Flyers get it to 13, Walpole responds. I keep thinking when they get it down in there's going to be a chance, but Walpole has just had the answer all night.
Yeah, and with Bingham with the being the huge point leader for this Walpole team, Framingham might have to take advantage of having Bingham off of the court. Again, 31 points for Bingham tonight. of Walpole, and some subs still coming in for Walpole as this game is not over. 4 minutes remaining in the quarter. Diaz is going to come out. Galvani's back in. Framingham starting 5 on the court now. Galvani. And a foul is called. I believe it's going to be on number 10 of Walpole. And that's going to be Tori Adams. I saw a number. I don't think actually. There's Tori Adams is not on the court. I'm not sure who they called the foul on, but it is. Oh, it's on 21 of Walpole. Shot from Framingham, no good off the rebound. It's collected by Caitlin Boisvert, senior captain of the Walpole Timberwolves. Adams now looking up the court, shot, no good. Rebound, Nina Edwards. Driving up now, Grace Hanna to Steffi Regan. Steffi Regan pass to Allie Regan in the paint, and no shot is called. Or the shot is called off, and another foul on Walpole. A lot of foul. Seems like a lot of fouls are coming in for Walpole. 4 fouls this quarter now for Walpole. 4 fouls for Walpole. And a shot from 3-point range is good, and a timeout is called.
A 3 point, 3 points sounds like a run, and the Walpole coach quickly calls timeout.
Yeah, yeah. Dave Wall does not want this Framingham team to come back. I mean, with a loss today, Walpole actually goes to 500. This Walpole team has played a lot of great teams this season, and have.
Yeah, they've lost to Bishop Fenwick, Bishop
Feehan as well, and Norwood.
Norwood, yeah.
They're
Close
all
game with Norwood.
Yeah, and they're all great teams too. And Framingham is not definitely Walpole as well, but the record does not really does not represent the kind of team that the Timberwolves
There's still
are.
a long way to go in the season, and maybe the Flyers have learned some lessons tonight. And sometimes when you play a good team, you can come away learning a lot. And I think they know what they're up against now. And
yeah. Yeah. But also when you take away, if you look at the points, right? You have Bella Bingham, 31. We've talked about her all night, but if she's not there, you take away the majority of Walpole's points tonight.
She's been an offensive force. She's just been right where the ball was, and she's been getting good shots too.
Yeah.
And the Flyers only have about 3 people in scoring too. The 2 Regan sisters and Grace Hanna have all but about 6 of their points. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and every single one of Framingham's starting 5 able to get on the board, and Galvani with a 3-pointer, Nina Edwards with a 2, and Framingham's going to look to try to turn this game around, down by 15, 3:25 to go in regulation. Can they come back and tie it up?
I don't think the Flyers have faced this kind of a defense all year, though.
No, they have definitely not. But they have been down before. It almost came back. They almost came back against Shrewsbury. Then Shrewsbury was able to come back late. It's Framingham up to the task to take on this Walpole Timberwolves team. We wait and
Walpole
see.
wants to take some clock right now.
Yeah, definitely taking away some clock here. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock, blocked by Steffi Regan. Still with the ball, poked away, kind of being kept in that bench right now. Inside the paint now, shot from Walpole, no good. Rebound by Allie Regan. Allie Regan being trailed from behind. Regan looking around, finds Steffi Regan. She shoots from 3, no good. Rebound by Allie Regan. Allie Regan to Grace Hanna, shot from 3 from Galvani. And it's good. Galvani with 2 3-pointers on the night. And she's cuts the lead down to 12 points now. 2:22 to go. Esdale with the ball. Poked away, and a reach-in foul is called.
Oh.
And Coach Audette Ficarli is not happy with that call.
That was almost a great turnover, which we need, and
Yeah,
to have a foul called on it is unfortunate.
Yeah, we're looking at our replay right here that we have on our screen. Oh, never mind, it went away. But
There it is.
I thought it was all ball.
Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, it did. It was a nice poke.
Yeah, but either way,
it is what it is.
It is what it is, but it is.
The refs, they're not always right, but they're never wrong, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody told me that once when I was umpiring.
They're only wrong if there's a camera to.
Oh, we have proof.
Yeah, I know.
Let's go to the replay on this.
Yeah. But either way, it's still a reach-in foul called on Grace Hanna, and a timeout. I believe where both teams are coming together to huddle up.
Only 2:15 to go. So.
And there's still a lot of basketball left.
In the season.
Yeah, in the season. And in the game, too. You got down by 12, 6.
That's a four-possession game.
It's a four-possession game at the very least.
And we almost had one there. And I think that's why Coach K was so upset, because that's just the kind of break that you need when you're trying to make a comeback.
Yeah, exactly.
And when you come so close and you don't get it, that's tough to swallow.
Yeah, of course. Now Walpole off their timeout with the ball now. Walpole with the ball. Looking around now with the ball for Walpole. Is Afghan over to Mia Esdale, guarded heavily by Nina Edwards. Grace Hanna. Looking for a shot there. No good. Rebounded. And off the rim. Walpole looking to still take off some clock now. 2 minutes has just passed in this game. Shot from just outside the paint. No good. And it's poked away last by Walpole. 1:49 to go. Has Allie Regan to Galvani. Grace Hanna taking it up the court for the Flyers. Allie Regan to Grace Hanna, just barely almost tipped by Walpole. Galvani looks outside to Regan. Shot from 3. No good. Rebound. Walpole gets a hand of it. And 1:30 to go. Galvani, full court press now. She's pressing it. Looking around. Outside to 3. Still with the ball. Afghan with the ball. Guarded by Steffi Regan. And is going to run into a set pick by Bingham. Great defense there to draw the foul. And the penalty on Framingham. Or the foul on Framingham, rather. 1:12 to go. Walpole leading by 12. With the ball back with Framingham. It's going to step out. No, it does not go out of bounds. Framingham able to get the ball. Galvani now. Galvani to Edwards. Back to Galvani. Galvani to Grace Hanna. Looking around outside. Galvani wide open from 3. It's good! Caroline Galvani. She gets another three-pointer. She's got 9 points.
A few of those had only fallen earlier, but
cutting the lead back down to 9.
They did have a bunch of them. Shots early seemed to have a number of shots that were just kind of in and out, which, you know, when you get a 9-point game, all of a sudden those are significant.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know,
there was a little luck in this game.
Yeah, of course. And Framingham, they're kind of coming back in this game now. They got 51 seconds left. Walpole still with this lead now.
Well, they've hit 3 threes here in the fourth quarter, which they exceeded what they did all night.
And now each shot clock now is 35 seconds and 51 seconds to go. That's
2 possessions, maybe.
That's 2 possessions at the very least. What can Framingham do? I mean, really the question is, what can Framingham do coaching-wise to really get these multiple possessions that they need in order to tie this game up with the chance? There's a chance. It's very slim.
A couple of 4-point plays on 3-pointers.
Yes, of course. And on the other,
maybe
on
some free throws.
Yeah, on that Walpole.
They are at 4 free throws, 4 fouls.
Yeah, on that Walpole bench, Dave Wall and that whole entire coaching staff, they're doing what they can to hold on to this lead. And Framingham going to possibly suffer their second loss in 3 games.
They've eaten a lot of clock on them their last 3 or 4 possessions. They've pretty much used the whole shot clock.
And we're back in action now. Walpole looking across. And it's going to be Framingham fouls. Galvani is going to force
2 seconds.
Isabel Adams to the line.
That is the 5th foul on Framingham.
And it looks like, well, we answered our question from earlier.
Maybe.
5 fouls
5
is the,
still.
is the bonus.
We did. First period.
Yep.
First time that happened tonight.
And at the line, Isabel Adams looking for the second shot, or her first shot of 2, no good on the free throw. Maybe a bit of a break for Framingham. looking for shot number 2. Trying to make this second shot now. Shot number 2 is up, and it's good. Isabel Adams makes the second free throw. Looking inside to Grace Hanna. Outside to Galvani. She shoots from 3. No good. And it's going to be last touched by Framingham. And it's going to go out. And 36 seconds to go. 10 points deficit. And it's going to be not out of bounds. Kept in by Walpole. 35 seconds to go. And it's going to be fouled again. Galvani taking the fouls for Framingham. Going to force Adams to the line again. She made the second free throw. Made 1 of 2 last time. And she makes the first one. Adams to the line again. Looking for this second shot. And subs are going to come in.
Oh, nice hand for Grace Hanna, who played well tonight.
Yeah, Grace Hanna had a really...
She had a lot of spirit, a lot of funk, and was really a defensive force out there for the Flyers.
And she makes both now. And the layup's no good. Edwards on the rebound. And it's going to be last touched by Walpole. It's going to be Framingham ball. 24.7 seconds to go. Galvani inbounding it for the Flyers. She's going to look across to Grace Hanna. Hanna shot from over to Regan. No good on the three-point shot. And it's going to be still Walpole ball. And they're going to waste the clock out now. And no foul. As Walpole is going to take the ball and wind the clock out. As Framingham is going to... Oh, Walpole's going to get a travel there. 3.4 seconds to go. Although the travel would have been nice a few seconds earlier. And Framingham is going to wind the clock down. And a shot right before the buzzer is no good. And that'll do it here from Framingham High School. The Walpole Timberwolves, they defeat the Framingham Flyers 52-40 here at Framingham Flyers. Now, what are the takeaways from this game? It's a great, both sides played well. What do you think that Framingham could do better when they look ahead to their next game?
Well, the final 12-point margin kind of reflected the way the game went all night. Walpole was just a little bit better. Every time Framingham would get close, Walpole answered, and their defense just until the last quarter really kept Framingham off their three-point shooting. And for a zone, I think they were playing mostly a 1-3-1 zone, and they were in Framingham's face all night offensively. And so defense matters.
Yeah, defense always matters, and you know what they say, defense wins games, and the defense came up a little bit short for Framingham tonight, but Walpole shined bright as they were able to come away with it. Again, 52-40 is the final score here from Framingham High School. So long for Framingham High School here. This has been a presentation of FEC TV and the girls basketball program here on FEC TV. Have a great night, and we'll see you guys at the next home game for Framingham.